got another credit card for $5,200, right? So all of my credit card is over 10,000. So I'm one third. I'm one third there, right? I was gonna get a loan for 30,000, and I was gonna save 20,000, right? So I'm, already there, one third already there, right? So and I bought the electric bicycle, and I bought other stuff. I don't have to wait, because with the Korean credit card, with the Korean credit card, they ask you right in the front. They don't. There is no such thing in America, but in Korea, they ask right in front. Do you want to pay over 10 months, 1 year, with no interest? So I don't I don't have to wait until next month, or until the following month to buy stuff, because there is no interest. Even if I buy something $500, I only pay $50 with no interest. Plus, the credit card company, you know, they also could prolong the payment longer and longer and longer. So they have like two options, right? When you pay, they give you option to pay 4 months or a year. You could divide the payments up like that, or you could, the entire credit card payment. You could pay it over, you know, a little bit over a long period of time. So the credit card system is a little bit different than America. So I bought a helmet. I bought some gloves, and and I bought the unicycle. It doesn't matter, because whether I buy the unicycle now or whether I buy it 6 months later, it doesn't matter, because there's no interest. So I just got sad. I just get sad because uh you know because because I'm living like, you know I don't want to get a car, because I want to watch people, right? Like, if I get in a car, I'm watching them through a glass. Watching people through the glass is like same as TV. But if I'm riding subway and bus, it's more active, more interactive, right? I think with this electric bicycle, I think uh, this one's gonna be okay. I think the unicycle was, I was like, kind of, after I ordered, I was kind of like, maybe I didn't do, maybe I shouldn't, I should thought about it more. But it doesn't matter, because whether I buy the unicycle 6 months later or I buy it now, it doesn't matter, because I'm only paying uh, $20 a month. When everything was puff, I could take that to the beach and practice it, right? Something I buy with my own credit card, own money. So kind of makes sense. Oh, and so I realized yesterday, the ESP connection is one. It's one and one and one. It's right. It's like you don't spread out like that. it's one by one, right? One by one, one by one. I don't know, but with Park Shin Gang, with the fake Kim Gon Mo, it spread out like that. But I think it's that time it felt like a big saucer. But I think usually it's unless you get really excited, like really like it spreads out like that. But I think it's usually one by one. You get your connection one, then this person goes to another person, like that, right? Like that, like that. So I think it's one by one because yesterday I was walking, and I was two young guy was walking like that, right? Like that, right? And I was I was shooting my you know, like this, right? Like this one by one, like that, like that, right? That was interesting because the reason it's interesting, I saw something go out like that, right? On my body like that, right? Like that. It must be one by one by one by one by one by one by one like that, right? But after you get the I don't know something, then it stays in your brain. The the memory stays in your brain. I wanted to talk about a lot of different things yesterday, but I didn't want to talk about it because I was working at the security in a station, and I didn't, if I felt that if I made a recording there, I'm betraying my acquaintances, right, my friends, because I could talk about it here because this is another place, but there I'm actively working with them, and I felt that if I did a recording, that I would kind of it didn't feel right, so I didn't do it. But now that I cannot remember it, I cannot remember everything that was I was thinking there. I can't remember anything. So when you think too much, you cannot remember anything, right? When you think about one thing, you remember. When you think about 10, 20, 100 things, you don't remember. Like if I ask you, what is Nick talking about? You probably cannot come out with anything, right? Because I talked about thousands of different stuff, almost 1,000 different stuff. So you probably are like, what? I don't know. We talked about everything, but like when you talk a lot, you can't really describe what the person was talking about. So let me try to remember. Oh yeah, I wanna talk about I don't know if this is how much this is kind of personal. Kind of personal. I think probably the people that are working at the Kodok there would kind of understand my message. But the the apartment, I plan to use this apartment as all of the construction, all of the buildings, or I should have this type of architecture as like a center. This will be like a center of any city or any town. This will then you build your town here, like that, right? But this should be in the center, right? So, right? Because I memorized everything. I memorized everything. or I memorize 60% of everything. So I think that this structure, this plan, I'm gonna use it for every project. This should go right in the center. Then you build out like that, right? Like that, right? So this is what I'm gonna do. But I noticed here the reason that here, if you look at my okay, the people that I work with, if you notice, right? If you notice here, right? If you notice here, this is uh, this is 2 right? This is 2 2-2, right? And this is 3 3 dash 2. Right? There's a fire station right here, 3-2 and 2-2, right? And so I think they made a mistake, or they calculated everything, right? So this is the front of the front, right? This is what they said. This is the front, right? You come in, and this is like the front gate. This is in the middle of the this there's a town here, right? You come in, and this is the town gate. But I think 2-2 should be the main gate, and it should be changed to 1-1, right? And this should be changed to 1-2. The 3-2 should be changed to 1-2, right? Then this should be. Let me see. This should be then this should be 3 dash. This should be 3-2. This should be 3-1, and this should be 2-2 and 2-1, right? And this should be 1-2, 1-1. Then the whole place is as one, right? So this will be the front gate. This will be the side gate, right? But most of the people, a lot of people coming through here, right? Then you close this gate. Prevent people from coming in like that, right? But usually you just leave it open. People come in to the town, and this will be the main town right here, right? But the front gate is rarely used, kind of quiet, right? I will probably get a place right here, right around here, right? Right around here, or right around there, right? So this will be the front gate. Then the gate, so address of this place should be, if you wanna come to my house, come to 1-1, 1-1, 1-1, 214 동 101 room, right? So you have the gate number, you have the building number, you have the room number. That's how the address should be, right? Right. So this, then if you change the gate numbers like that, then it becomes more clear. Then it become like 1, right? Whereas the gate is like that, 1-1. This is 1-1. This is 2-1. This is 1-2. Then it doesn't make sense, right? But if you make it like this, then it's more clear. Then you look at the whole complex, right? I don't know if people could understand it or not, but when I change it like that. Basically, is it backwards? It's backwards. Anyway, if you understand it, you understand it, right? So what I'm saying is, so this is the, right now the apartment. This is here is the main place right here, right? People go through here, go through here. The parking is in the garage like that, right? Like that, right? But this should be the main gate. 1-1 should be here. 1-2 should be here. But there's, people don't come in. Only friends come in through this way, like Tebek or businesses goes in this way like that. Right? It's held here. Then it becomes a very significant place. Whereas if you keep it the way it is right now, then you're only looking at your own apartment, little apartment like that, right? You're only looking at your place. But if you make this gate into 1-1 and this gate into 1-2, you're looking at the whole place. Right? The person that lives here could go here and play. Right? The person that lives here could go here and play. It becomes one because the main gate's here and here, right? But if they keep it the way it is, then you're only looking at your own place, right? You will never go to this place, or this person will never go to this place. But this apartment is very unique. It's uniquely made because it has different characters. Every apartment has different characters. Since I memorized it, I'm gonna use it on the next world to make any projects. Put this in the center or near the center, like that. Because that's that's probably like 20% or 50% Korean police, or maybe the CFC, they were involved in building this, and I think they built it with the earpiece, the earpiece people. So they probably built it pretty fast. But just change the gate. Gate makes the whole complex, the property as one, right? So probably people that's hearing me, that you don't understand it, you don't understand what I'm talking about. But maybe the people I'm working with, they would understand, and probably CFC would understand what I'm talking about. Because then I realized, shit, man, it's very hard to memorize the city, right? Even if I became a mayor of this town, it would take me a year, 2 year, 3 year, probably never memorize everything about the city, right? But I think it's important to know know where you live, and after like a month or two, I'm gonna know every square of this apartment, right? Every square, everything, right? And it takes like a month, 2 month, 3 month to memorize if you're normal. But I could do it in a week, but they're stopping me, right? They never let me walk around alone, right? In order to memorize the streets and to put it in your head, you have to walk alone. If you walk with your friend or somebody explains it, it doesn't register to your head. So like for properties, I guess for anything, you have to go by yourself and learn and write the questions and ask the professionals. So I had a lot of stuff that I wanted to talk about, but I cannot remember right now. What else? Well, yeah, I got sad because I got like over $10,000 in credit card, and I'm working, and I'm working. How much benefit do I get by working here? I'm learning about. I'm gonna build hundreds and thousands and millions of these these um these properties, right? Same exact all over the place. It's just good design. At first I told people this is designed by Madman, but it's actually good design because actually I should explain it more. Right? It's good design um because it's maybe I should use the other phone. The other phone's better.